Hey, look. Pressy and crazy, we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off with a jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like...
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. This defense for the Steelers, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Browns hit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 28-yard line. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll throw again with Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. This is intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Pickett. And he fires one that's intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. York now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Pickett back to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here comes Grant on the return. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Chubb will get the call running left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper. 17 yards, 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he's got some space here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and...
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. New York on now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division line, that's caught at the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Freiermuth again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Now Pickett on 4th down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that's a gut gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Wk2 Witherspoon.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. A tackle that time by Wk2 Witherspoon. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. York able to send this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd down, here's Pickett. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Pickett to throw on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 33 yards that time. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Pickett sets up play action. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off play action. Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown! Najee Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers are back within a score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Pickett going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Pickett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
3 yards remain for second down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite missing 3 games, Nick Chubb still finished 2nd in the league with over 1,200 rushing yards. It was his 3rd 1,000-yard season, and he's never had fewer than 8 touchdowns in a year. Across the NFL, few backs are as easy to count on as Nick Chubb.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Pickett back to the air on second down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Pickett will look to throw it here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And a costly one there, as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. They'll take this to the 46. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Being chased out left, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Watson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Watson to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Backed up deep in their own territory. They were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. They hand this off to Harris. And some room to work. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's a win here for the Steelers, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, CD, and that's Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he's instrumental in earning this victory.
So for Pittsburgh, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.